Hi, my name is Nicole and I am doing a presentation for LUT1. They say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, except for a bear. Bears will kill you. So research suggests you can be safe in the outdoors with using the correct protection and being competent in the use of that protection. So the number one decision for everyone in the outdoors is deciding what exactly you want to use. What do you want to carry as your protection from, say, a bear or a moose or anything else you might come across that is bigger, stronger, and faster than you. So according to Lieberman in 2012, bears run at a speed greater than 30 miles per hour when charging. So you have to think about what you might want to use to protect yourself that can be fast enough. So using bear spray is suggested, and they say that about 90% of the time bear spray is adequate in protecting people in a bear attack. So that's the IGBC in 2013 states that 90% of the time bear spray is effective in protection. And so here I have a photo of a gentleman using bear spray on a bear, and you can see that he's actually very close to the bear. So bear spray itself will fire for about 35 feet. So you can actually get very close to a bear, or a bear can get very close to you, and you can still protect yourself well. So bear spray actually forms a barrier, kind of a wall between you and that bear that he doesn't want to come through. Firearms are your second choice, or your other choice, as far as protection in the outdoors. So according to Alaska Fish and Game Wildlife Services in 2013, about 50% of the time that a person uses a gun to defend themselves from a bear, that individual ends up getting injury. So the question is, why does that happen? So if you think about how you might feel when a bear is charging at 30 miles an hour toward you, no matter how good a shot you are, you're probably going to be a little frightened, and that one little bullet that's headed for that bear is going to have to be a pretty good shot to stop the bear, in comparison to the wall of bear spray that you flood them with when you're using bear spray. So number one is your selection, and number two is competency. So if you're extremely competent with a weapon, then that's because you do a lot of practice. So if you see here in this photo, I have these two gentlemen who I found on the internet in the random world of internet photos, and they're practicing target shooting, and they both are wearing eye protection, ear protection, and the gentleman with the gun is standing in front of the gentleman who's watching, and he's pointing the gun away from the individuals around him. So that's a great example of a safe shooting scenario. So if you're going to be a good shot and carry a firearm, then practice makes perfect. So lots of practicing. There's also an excellent list of 10 rules of safe gun handling, and that's from NSSF in 2014. Number one of the 10 rules of safe gun handling is always keep the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Number two is firearms should be unloaded when not in use. Number three, don't rely on the gun's safety button. Number four, be sure of your target and what's beyond it. So if you miss your target, what are you going to hit that's on the other side? And number five, use the correct ammunition. Number six, if your gun fails when you pull the trigger, then extreme caution needs to be taken at that point, because you don't know what's going to happen next until you check that weapon. Number seven, always wear eyewear and ear protection when shooting. Number eight, be sure the barrel is unobstructed before shooting. So frequently you see people hiking and they use their gun as a walking stick, and if they're doing that muzzle down, they're just packing dirt up into that weapon, and when you then shoot that weapon, it causes an explosion backwards and can injure you severely. Number nine, don't alter or modify your gun and have it serviced regularly. Number 10, learn the mechanical and handling characteristics of the firearm that you choose. So competency in the gun itself is extremely important. And as compared to competency in bear spray, where you're looking at the simple act of pulling a pin and pulling the trigger, and spray comes out. So really no practice is expected. Anyone who can pull a pin on a fire extinguisher can pull the pin on the bear spray and use that to create a wall of pepper spray between themselves and the bear. So in conclusion, we're well aware now that research does suggest you can be safe and protect yourself in the outdoors if you use the correct protection and you're competent in its use. So the decision is up to you which you choose to use. Myself, I am a believer if you're competent in both, why not carry both? You can't go wrong. So any questions?
Yes. Why would anyone use bear spray instead of a gun?
Well, as we discussed, bear spray allows you to be very close to that bear, have the fear piece involved, and still maintain your target and your composure. As long as you can pull the trigger and you're aiming in the general direction of the bear, you covered all your bases.
What is the benefit of a handgun as opposed to a rifle?
That's a great question. A handgun actually allows you the ability to point and shoot, where a rifle you need to be able to actually pull up and take the time to aim and sight in on your target. So if a bear's coming at you 33 miles an hour and he's only 100 yards away, you don't have much time. If he's 50 yards away, you've got a lot less time. So just being able to point and shoot is a better option. Okay. Well, thank you again for watching my presentation for LUT1.